What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. Yes, it's time again already because the London Toy Fair reveals did happen and there's a lot that came out. So instead of waiting and having news pile up on me, I wanted to go ahead and make sure I got to these reveals, and I will share a little other information in this video as well. Before I get to that, I do want to give a big shout out though to Grandma Funko on Instagram. If you have an Instagram account, and you know, obviously if you're a Funko collector, I mean, that's probably why you're watching this, please make sure that you go give her a follow on Instagram. She does great photography of Funko Pops. I really like her work. So again, please make sure that you give her a follow. I'm sure she would appreciate that. So as usual, starting off here with what is available, and I had several people point out to me that some of the pops that I covered last time actually are showing up in stores, and I should say some of the items that I covered last time are already showing up in stores. That does include the Star Wars Return of the Jedi pop figures, the commons of course, because we still got to wait on the exclusives. So yeah, those are actually showing up in stores. I believe especially Hot Topic and GameStop are the stores that people pointed out. And yeah, they have been getting figures pretty early. So a lot of times when Funko does an official reveal and it says coming soon, that doesn't mean for every area. You know, some areas will get them early, some stores will get them early. I do want people to realize though, just because you found it doesn't mean everybody has found it yet or can find it yet. You know, some people may have to wait a little bit longer, you know, due to the distribution. Now, you also see here the Hanna-Barbera Pez. Again, some people said that those have already shown up. You know, I think some people may have even found that Yogi Bear Chase Pez already. And then Colonel Sanders, and I definitely confirmed this, that yeah, Colonel Sanders is already showing up in some areas. And I do want to give fair warning because I've already seen on Mercari and also eBay, some people are snatching up a bunch of these Colonel Sanders pops and trying to sell them for marked up prices. He's a common, you know, just be patient, people. There's going to be plenty of him, so don't let anybody fool you up thinking that this is some rare figure that you're not going to be able to find. You know, some people are definitely trying to take advantage of people out there, so just be careful about that. You also see here the Cuphead action figures, which Funko did the official reveal on these, but I feel like I've seen these on Hot Topic's website for a while. And they're not exclusive to Hot Topic, at least I don't believe so. So yeah, again, that's something that's kind of odd. Sometimes something will actually be in stores already, and then Funko does the official reveal after it's actually already released, you know, so this is one of those situations. You see here as well that the Flock Sora, which is a box lunch exclusive, that's already been available in the store, should have been from the time of the morning that I'm recording this, but also it has appeared on their website as well. If it sells out on the website, don't panic, you know, because more than likely it will get a restock. So just be patient on that if you don't get it right away. You also see here the latest item on the Funko shop was the Mickey Mouse pink and blue colorway. This one did sell out. It actually took it a while for it to sell out, surprisingly, but maybe they did it in really good numbers. I like the look of it. I did go ahead and grab this one because the colors just work for me, and they really do remind me of Andre 3000's song Pink and Blue. So yeah, I like that one. I went for it, and like I said, it took a while for it to sell out, so I feel like anybody that really wanted that one should have been able to secure it. So yes, We Bare Bears, they are officially on the way now for a February release, and it is all three of the main characters, Ice Bear, Grizz, and Panda. I don't think they've said anything yet about a 3-pack or a 2-pack coming in Barnes & Noble, but that is likely. A 3-pack, of course, would make more sense, although I still feel like a list that I saw said a 2-pack, but yeah, 3-pack would make a lot more sense as a Barnes & Noble exclusive. We'll see what happens with that, and if they decide to double dip and do a flocked version of these, you know, we'll see if that happens as well. If you are a fan of this show, let me know things about it. Like, is it geared towards a young audience, or is this actually like for all ages, or geared towards adults? Like, and what is the type of humor? Because I really know nothing about it. I see that it is on Netflix, just haven't gotten around to checking it out though. So let me know about the series if you are a fan of it. Moving along here, Fallout 76 has pops on the way. And if you know anything about this game, you know why I'm kind of laughing about that. And keep in mind, it does take months and months for Funko to get it together for a wave to come out. So I think they probably had no idea how the game was going to turn out and how the reaction to the game was going to turn out. Already, you know, the pops have got to be better than the game is, you know, so these are up for a February release. There are some exclusives in the mix. I'll definitely come back to these once they actually become available. So before I get into the Toy Fair reveals, I do want to make some things clear. For one thing, I am not going to try to give dates. There are some websites that have dates, but you will notice if you actually check out these websites that there are some conflicting dates. That's because different retailers may get these at different times. So that's why I'm not going to try to give a concrete date. And especially for new collectors, I want you to understand that Funko does not work like other products. It's not like a certain pop is going to hit all stores on the same day. That very rarely happens. Even on convention days when that's supposed to happen, it doesn't always work out that way. So you have to get used to waiting for pops to reach your area or to reach certain online retailers that you like to shop with. Again, the figures don't become available in all places at one time. Usually does not work that way. And even the dates that they have on Entertainment Earth's website, that's accurate for that company, but you might actually see them in stores before that because they usually get things after the stores have them already. So again, there aren't going to be concrete dates, but as these things actually start showing up in stores, then I will let you all know. And then, of course, Funko does make it known, and you will see this on some of the images, that some of the designs are subject for change. Changes could happen based on the licensor's approval. So we'll see what happens with these, if they all pan out to be exactly what you're about to see here or not. And I'm not going to name every single character and every single person that's represented by a figure here because that would take way too long. And also, I'm not familiar with some of these people and properties, so I don't want to butcher the names. I will do my best with this though. So we're starting off here with the Premier League football pops. There are more on the way. You see the teams that are represented here. I do want to hear from people that are collecting these pops, and I would assume you're outside of the U.S. because I don't feel like I've really seen these within the U.S. I'm pretty sure there are ways to track them down, but I don't feel like I've seen them on store shelves in the U.S., at least not in my area. But for those of you that are collecting them, definitely let me know what you think about this pose that they're using for all of the players except for the goalies. To me, it feels like they need to mix it up, because I think if you have a good collection of these, I think it just looks kind of bland for them all to be in that same pose. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think about it if you are collecting this line. Now this I'm very familiar with, UFC. I'm still a big UFC fan despite some issues here and there, but I really like the fighters that they went with here. When Funko initially did UFC pops, they look kind of bland because the fighters just, they all kind of look the same. They didn't stand apart enough. Not really anything specific enough about them with their designs. Whereas here, they did things with the pops to represent these particular fighters very well. So we have here Khabib Nurmagomedov, George St. Pierre, and Conor McGregor. And there's something very distinct about each one of them. Khabib's hat, obviously. George St. Pierre, that headband that he wears, and then also Conor McGregor with his tattoos, and even that pose representing his swagger so well. So yeah, Funko did a great job with these, and I'm definitely considering picking up all three of these figures here. So one of the upcoming director pops is J.J. Abrams one, and that one has been rumored for months now. This is a pop that you'll probably want to keep in the box because honestly, when you take him out of the box, he just kind of looks like some guy. J.J. Abrams just doesn't have a really distinct look like James Wan and some of the other directors that they've done. So yeah, again, if you pick that one up, you might just end up keeping that in the box, and I definitely would understand that. You also see Morrissey here, with of the Smiths fame, and with his design. Of course, this is just concept art for now. I think the flowers are a very nice touch there, very cool there, and we'll see if this pans out to be the final design of that pop figure. So we have some video games represented here with pop figures. No surprise that there's more Gears of War on the way. Microsoft actually revealed that a couple, months ago that they're still working with Funko. You also see here Warhammer 40,000 represented, which I really would like to get a better look at those designs just from this concept art. They look kind of plain, but we'll see how the final product turns out. And then of course there are more Overwatch pops on the way, and the list that had been floating around, it's accurate. So we see that here. And yes, Bastion and Wrecking Ball, they are 6-inch pops, and yes, I'm aware that some people definitely would like to see maybe Wrecking Ball as a 10-inch pop. It's possible. Funko's doing so many 10-inch pops, we'll see what happens with that. And of course, Persona 5 has pops on the way, and that does include a chase for the Joker, Joker character there. And I'm really not familiar with Persona 5 so much, but I do like the designs there. I think they look pretty cool. And if you're a fan of the game, definitely let me know what you think about those designs. And then you see here from Agretsuko, which is a cartoon. I'm not sure if it's really considered anime or not, but that is a series that you can check out on Netflix. Kind of surprised that along with the Target exclusive, the date night exclusive, that they also have a 10-inch Agretsuko. I really did not see that coming, but like I said, yeah, Funko's starting to do more and more 10-inch pops. I hope it doesn't become a watered down thing. It's already seeming like that could happen. Moving along here, there are Bewitched pops on the way, and we'll definitely have to wait and see what the final design are on these, because you see again that it's just concept art, but they do have the 3 main leads here. They have Samantha, Darren, and Endora. So let me know what you think about these pops if you're interested. I don't know how many people are still nostalgic for Bewitched. I'm sure some people will be interested, but yeah, let me know what you think about them and their designs thus far, based off the concept art. And then Office Space. Yes, Office Space is getting pops. I think that is pretty cool. I really like the look of Bill, of course, and Joanna with her flair, Milton with the stapler. Peter's design is kind of boring, to be honest, in my opinion. But, there's only so much they could do with the character, I think. But, yeah, it's cool to see Office Space represented. And by the way, yes, I know we need pops of The Office. I see that on every Funko News video. I'm sure there's already somebody getting ready to type, oh, so we're getting Office Space, but we don't have The Office. Just be patient. The CEO has already said that, pops of The Office are potentially on the way. So just be patient with that. Moving along here with Harry Potter, you see that there are going to be some 5-star figures here, and it's mainly representing the main characters there in their herbology outfits, and then they got Dobby as well. They also have some super cute plush. I definitely like the super cute plush, with them with the sorting hats on. That's pretty cool, and a vinyl 2-pack as well. Then with Game of Thrones, there's going to be some 5-star figures, and if you're a Game of Thrones fan, let me know if you'd actually be interested in those 5-star figures. I don't know, they might be too cutesy for some people, with Game of Thrones being such a mature series, but yeah, let me know what you think about that. Then there's also the pins, of course, and a rock candy figure here. And again, rumors that have been floating around for a while that have turned out to be true here. Yes, they are doing those Iron Throne pop figures, and I really do like the look of them. Although, I don't know, those of you that are Game of Thrones fans, let me know how you feel about having, potentially 5 or 6 thrones in your collection like that. Let me know what you think about that. I do think the pop rides here look pretty amazing. Again, I don't know the characters well. I don't follow Game of Thrones, but just the look of the characters, especially the pop rides, I think is very cool. And let me know what you think about those as well. And I really feel like there's going to be a lot of Game of Thrones collectors making some space already for these. Moving on here with a focus on Disney, we see that there's some super cute plush representing Dumbo, and we got baby Hercules and baby Pegasus there, which is pretty cool. That vinyl 2-pack featuring Woody and Buzz Lightyear I think looks pretty good. Even if somebody's not big on vinyl 2-packs, they might be interested in that if they're a Toy Story fan. And then of course you see here as well 5-star figures featuring the Incredibles family. That is pretty cool. I definitely like that baby Jack Jack comes along with the raccoon that he fought in the second movie. That's pretty cool there. You notice also with Elastigirl, it looks like she actually has arms that you could switch out, so that is a pretty cool feature as well. And then the Little Mermaid is getting several items here. It appears to be some, some mini vinyl figures, a 5-star set, which is just a couple of characters, but it's still cool that each 5-star figure here comes along with another little character. You also see the pops, of course, from the main line there. The Ariel, they made a note of Ariel there in the blue dress, so I'm not sure if that's going to be an exclusive or not, but the way that they kind of separated her out, it makes me believe that that'll probably be an exclusive somewhere. And then a 10-inch Ursula, which I think is actually a cool idea. I know there's some 10-inch figures that I'm kind of questioning, but I think the 10-inch Ursula is actually a good idea, and we'll see where it's going to end up. Most of these have been at Target, but Amazon has gotten at least one now, so we'll see what happens with that moving forward, as far as the 10-inch figures. So more SpongeBob items on the way, and I think I just shared the rumor about this. The main one that jumped out at me is SpongeBob with the rainbow, making, the rainbow with his hands. I love that one. That is a very cool figure. I'm not sure if I would add it to my collection or not, because I mainly collect DC, Marvel, and horror. But yeah, I still like the look of that. That is pretty cool. Then of course they got Patrick. Squidward, I did not expect him to do Squidward in his workout outfit, but that is pretty funny there. A 10-inch SpongeBob as well, not a big surprise at this point. And also a Hot Topic exclusive there. Then they got the pins as well, so a lot going on there. That's pretty cool with SpongeBob. And then you see more Scooby-Doo items on the way. The Pocket Pop there will be an exclusive. Not exactly sure where yet, but of course they got Shaggy and Scooby with their sandwiches, which is a pretty cool touch, and some more villains on the way as well. Moving along here, Dragon Ball Z. I've been sharing some rumors about the upcoming figures, and again, I would have to go back and look at the list to be 100% for sure, but I think the list was pretty much on point that I had shared recently. And then of course you see the exclusives as well. The main one that jumps out at me is that Broly. Love the way that they did that Broly figure. Of course it's reminiscent of another exclusive that just came out, but I think it stands apart enough, and I think Dragon Ball fans are going to want to snatch that up. And if you are a Dragon Ball fan, definitely let me know what you think about the way that these figures have turned out. And then focusing on DC here, I figured that they were going to do some more DC Primal Age figures because the first wave didn't have Superman. And I'm like, of course, they got to do Superman. And along with Superman, they also did Crypto, and they have Crypto looking like an evil wolf there almost. They also have Bizarro in the mix, which is pretty cool. They got another Batman. Yes, they're doing another Batman, which will be a Target exclusive. It appears to be sort of a black and white variant there, or a grayscale variant going on. They got the Flash in the mix now, Lex Luthor, and Black Manta. I'm still not sure how I feel about these. I still want to see them up close before I purchase any. And if you are, considering these, let me know what you think about them. If you're a DC fan, especially let me know what you think about this whole Primal Age line. So Batman, yes, there's a lot of focus on Batman here. So the first appearance Batman, yes, it is legit. And like I pointed out, I think I mentioned this in the last video, that his initial design is different from the typical Golden Age design, mainly those ears. I mean, look at the ears there. I see why they changed that design quickly. So I'm not even sure how I feel about picking that up, because it is such a goofy, very old school design. Again, Batman fans, let me know what you think about that. They had Batman and the Joker based off of the Tim Burton movie, the first Tim Burton movie, of course, there. That's pretty interesting. Seems like it would be an item that's going to take up a lot of space, though. So I don't know about that. I do like the 1989 Batman that they have there. And yes, they have done them before, but I think this one looks even cooler, though I really do like the look of that. Also here, the Batmobile that they are doing for their 80th anniversary is actually the 1950 Batmobile, which looks pretty cool. Now I noticed with the concept art that is black, but then this picture that you see here, the car is blue. So not really sure what the final product is going to be. I would kind of prefer the black, but I guess the blue does give some nice contrast there. Again, let me know what you think about that. And they had this 1970 comic moment there as well, which is pretty cool. It's cool to see Robin and Batman actually together within one item. And then there will be Hot Topic exclusives as well. Of course, they put Dawnbreaker into the mix, but Dawnbreaker is actually releasing this week at Hot Topic. Also upcoming is a 66 Batman Pocket Pop, and then Owlman as well. I think Owlman is very cool. And if you're not familiar with that character, it is sort of like an alternate universe version of Batman, but he's not too much like Batman. It's kind of, you kind of have to know the backstory to it, but it is very cool that they are doing Owlman. I definitely want to pick that up, and I do plan on getting Dawnbreaker this week as well. I gotta say before I wrap this up, because this is the final reveal here, I'm surprised that no Marvel was shown, but then I thought about it and I'm like, well, they are about to reveal Marvel and, the Avengers Endgame pop, so maybe that's what they're waiting on, and maybe we will see some more Marvel relating, around that here pretty soon. But it was just a little bit surprising not to see any Marvel figures show up at the London Toy Fair, at least not from anything that I was able to see. So yeah, that's going to do it for the reveals. Mainly here, mainly this information focused on the London Toy Fair reveals. Again, as these items become available, as we get more information about the release, I will definitely share that with you all. You just got to be patient. And like I said, not all pops hit all stores and all areas at the same time. You just got to learn to be patient when it comes to pop collecting. But I hope everybody got something out of this video. Definitely let me know what you're excited for. Me personally, a couple of the Batman items are the main things I'm focused on. Really not too much else for my personal collection, even though I like the look of a lot of the figures. But yeah, again, let me know what has caught your interest, based off the London Toy Fair reveals. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. Please make sure that you drop a like on the video, share the video as well. And like I said, sharing my videos, the Funko News videos, will relate to that upcoming 25K giveaway. So please make sure you are actually supporting the channel in that way. Doesn't take much effort to do that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you all again real soon.